Believe it or not, these 10 countries are actively inviting Asians to retire, and they're making it very tempting. Aging populations across Asia have sparked a global race to attract retirees. These countries in 2026 are actively courting Asians to retire within their borders. We break down the real cost of living, healthcare quality, residency options, and lifestyle in each country, using insights from Condé Nast, Traveler, Wanderlust, and Adventure Journal. Watch until the end for the one unexpected country flying under the radar that might be the best option of all. The world isn't just changing, it's quietly asking you to move. Across Europe and East Asia, once bustling towns are growing older and quieter. Schools are closing, hospitals are understaffed, and entire neighborhoods are graying as aging populations surge and birth rates continue to fall. Fewer babies are being born, fewer workers are paying taxes, and governments are starting to feel the pressure of supporting millions of retirees with shrinking workforces. That's where retirees come in. But not just any retirees. Retirees bring something incredibly valuable: stable, predictable income that doesn't disappear during recessions. They spend consistently on housing, food, transportation, and especially healthcare, keeping local economies alive year-round. They also tend to pose a low crime risk, integrate peacefully, and add stability rather than strain. And when it comes to choosing which retirees to attract, many countries have their eyes on Asia. Asian retirees are often preferred because of a strong savings culture built over decades, making them financially reliable. They're typically family-oriented, respectful of local communities, and more likely to settle down long-term rather than bounce from place to place. They don't just visit, they belong. As one policy advisor bluntly put it, these countries don't want tourists. They want you to stay. And that quiet invitation is reshaping the global retirement map. Portugal didn't chase the future, it invited it to stay. Walk through the sunlit streets of Lisbon or along the quiet coastal towns of the Algarve, and you'll notice something beneath the charm. Portugal is getting older. Like much of Europe, it's facing an aging population crisis, with fewer young workers and more retirees each year. To keep communities alive and local economies steady, the country has turned its attention outward, welcoming retirees who bring stable, predictable income and who value a safe, peaceful way of life. That invitation has resonated strongly across Asia. For many Asian retirees, Portugal offers something rare: excellent healthcare that's affordable, modern, and widely accessible. Public hospitals are strong, private care is high quality, and wait times are far shorter than in many countries back home. Add to that clear and well-established residency pathways, and retiring here feels less like a gamble and more like a plan. Safety is another major draw. Portugal consistently ranks among the world's safest countries, with low violent crime and a culture built on calm, community, and respect. There's no rush here, just rhythm. Then there's the lifestyle. Mild weather year-round, fresh Atlantic air, and endless coastline create an easy pace of living. Mornings start with ocean views and coffee. Evenings end with seafood and sunset walks. For Asian retirees looking to slow down without giving up quality, Portugal doesn't just welcome them, it fits. Stick around, we're just getting started. 1 down, 9 to go. In Spain, some of the quietest invitations come from places most people never think to look. Beyond the energy of Madrid and Barcelona, hundreds of small villages sit half empty, their streets echoing with stories of generations who once lived there. As younger Spaniards move to cities and birth rates fall, local governments are doing something unusual, offering incentives to bring new residents in. Reduced rent, business grants, and residency support aren't just perks, they're lifelines meant to keep these communities alive. For retirees, especially those willing to look beyond the big cities, Spain becomes remarkably affordable. Housing, groceries, and daily expenses drop dramatically once you step into the countryside or smaller coastal towns. The slower pace doesn't mean fewer services either. Spain's strong public healthcare system remains accessible nationwide, offering high-quality care that consistently ranks among Europe's best. For many Asian retirees, Spain feels familiar in unexpected ways. The culture is deeply family-oriented, with multiple generations often living nearby and daily life revolving around shared meals and conversation. Longevity is part of the national identity here. Spain boasts one of the longest life expectancies in the world, thanks in large part to lifestyle and diet. The Mediterranean diet, rich in fresh vegetables, seafood, olive oil, and simple cooking, isn't just delicious. It's proven to support long-term health. In Spain, retirement isn't about retreating from life. It's about returning to it, slowly, together, and well-fed. Italy doesn't ask you to hurry. It asks you to stay a little longer. In the hill towns of southern Italy and the quiet villages tucked far from Rome and Milan, shutters open slowly and time seems to stretch. Many of these regions are facing shrinking populations, and their answer has been bold. A 7% flat tax on foreign retirement income in select areas, designed to bring new life back into aging communities. It's not a loophole, it's an invitation. Some towns have gone even further, offering homes at remarkably low prices to anyone willing to put down roots. These aren't tourist gimmicks, they're real neighborhoods hoping to hear laughter in their streets again. For retirees, it's a chance to own property in a country that once felt unreachable. For Asian retirees, Italy's appeal goes beyond incentives. Food here is a way of life, simple, regional, and world-class. Fresh pasta, seasonal produce, and long meals shared with neighbors create a rhythm that naturally slows everything down. There's no pressure to rush, no need to compete. Healthcare is another quiet advantage. Once residents, retirees gain access to Italy's public healthcare system, known for its quality and affordability, with private options available at reasonable costs. In Italy, retirement isn't about downsizing dreams. It's about trading speed for meaning and discovering that life, when lived slowly, tastes better. Keep watching, because we still got 7 countries to visit. Greece doesn't whisper its invitation. It waits for you to discover it. Across its sun-bleached islands and seaside towns, Greece is facing a quiet reality. Populations are shrinking as younger generations leave for the mainland or abroad. Schools close, shops shutter early, and entire communities slow to a standstill. To reverse that tide, Greece has opened clear golden visa and retirement pathways, making long-term residency not just possible, but welcoming. For retirees, especially those from Asia, the appeal is deeply visual and deeply practical. Life here unfolds by the sea. Mornings begin with salt air and coffee by the harbor. Afternoon drift into long walks and fresh seafood, and evenings settle into calm, starlit quiet. The coastal lifestyle isn't a vacation fantasy, it's daily life. Safety is another reason Greece stands out. Violent crime rates remain low, and communities are tightly knit, especially outside major tourist centers. Neighbors know each other, doors stay open, and life moves with a sense of shared trust that many retirees value. And while popular islands make headlines for high prices, affordable living still exists just beyond the tourist zones. Smaller islands and lesser-known coastal towns offer reasonable housing, lower daily costs, and a slower rhythm that feels sustainable, not crowded. In Greece, retirement isn't about retreating from the world. It's about anchoring yourself somewhere beautiful. where the sea sets the pace and time finally listens. Mexico doesn't make retirement complicated, it makes it feel possible. From colonial cities in the highlands to warm coastal towns, Mexico has quietly built one of the easiest retirement systems in the world. Temporary and permanent residency are extremely accessible, with clear income requirements and straightforward renewals that remove much of the stress retirees fear when moving abroad. For many, the paperwork is simpler than expected, and that alone changes everything. But Mexico didn't stop at visas. Decades of welcoming retirees have created a massive infrastructure designed for long-term living. International clinics, bilingual services, retirement communities, and social networks already exist, meaning newcomers aren't starting from zero. Everything, from transportation to daily errands, has adapted to serve an older international population. For Asian retirees, the appeal runs even deeper. Mexico's private healthcare system is strong, modern, and affordable, with top-tier hospitals in cities like Mexico City, Guadalajara, and Monterrey. Many doctors are internationally trained, and appointments are fast and accessible without long waits. Daily life is made easier by affordable domestic help, allowing retirees to enjoy comfort and support without high costs. And in major cities, established Asian communities, Chinese, Korean, Japanese, and Southeast Asian, offer familiarity through food, culture, and social connections. In Mexico, retirement isn't about figuring things out alone. It's about stepping into a system that's already built and finally living with ease, warmth, and room to breathe. Don't go anywhere. We've got 5 more stops to complete. Colombia's story isn't about reinvention, it's about rediscovery. For decades, the world misunderstood this country, but today Colombia is quietly opening its doors to retirees looking for warmth, value, and a fresh start. Retiree-friendly visas make long-term stays realistic, with income thresholds that are attainable and renewal processes that feel more welcoming than restrictive. Life here stretches your budget in ways few places can. The low cost of living means comfortable apartments, fresh food, transportation, and even leisure activities come at a fraction of what retirees expect elsewhere. In cities like Medellin and smaller towns in the coffee region, everyday life feels abundant without being expensive. For Asian retirees, Colombia offers something immediately comforting: the climate. Warm temperatures year-round eliminate harsh winters and make daily movement easy and enjoyable. Mornings are spent outdoors, afternoons are unhurried, and evenings cool just enough to invite conversation. Safety, once Colombia's biggest concern, has steadily improved. Popular retiree areas now focus heavily on security, community policing, and walkable neighborhoods, creating an environment that feels increasingly calm and predictable. Healthcare adds another layer of reassurance. Colombia's medical system is modern, well-regarded, and remarkably affordable, with private hospitals offering high standards of care and minimal wait times. In Colombia, retirement isn't about escaping the past. It's about discovering a country that's moved forward, quietly, confidently, and ready to welcome you in. Panama doesn't just offer retirement, it makes it irresistible. At the heart of its appeal is the Pensionado visa, often called one of the best retirement visas in the world. Designed specifically for retirees, it offers an easy path to residency with minimal paperwork, low income requirements, and a welcoming bureaucracy that understands the needs of long-term residents. But the benefits go far beyond a visa. Panama showers retirees with discounts on everything from transportation and entertainment to healthcare and dining, making day-to-day life not only affordable but rewarding. For Asian retirees, Panama hits key practical and lifestyle notes. The economy is remarkably stable, giving peace of mind that savings won't be eroded by sudden downturns. Using the US dollar as currency removes exchange rate worries and simplifies banking, shopping, and budgeting. Everyday transactions feel straightforward, and long-term planning becomes far less stressful. Healthcare is another major draw. Panama offers modern, high-quality medical care in both public and private hospitals, with internationally trained doctors and facilities comparable to anywhere in North America or Europe, but at lower costs. Combined, these factors make Panama more than a destination. They make it a retirement strategy. For those seeking comfort, security, and ease, the country doesn't just invite you to retire, it actively sets the stage for a life well lived. You'll want to see which 3 countries complete our list. Trust me, the Dominican Republic doesn't just promise sunshine, it promises a life unhurried. Across its turquoise coasts and palm-lined beaches, the country has made retirement simple. Its residency process is straightforward, with clear requirements and minimal bureaucracy, meaning retirees can move in without months of paperwork or uncertainty. Coastal towns like Puerto Plata, Punta Cana, and Las Terrenas offer an endless rhythm of ocean breezes, fresh seafood, and open skies, turning every day into a vacation-like routine. For Asian retirees, the appeal goes beyond natural beauty. Life here moves at a relaxed pace, far from the stress of crowded cities or relentless schedules. Mornings start with coffee on the terrace, afternoons drift into beach walks or local markets, and evenings stretch into sunset dinners with friends or family. The cost of living is another draw. Housing, food, and services are remarkably affordable, making it possible to enjoy comfort and convenience without draining savings. On top of that, a strong expat support network, including established Asian communities in major coastal towns, helps newcomers feel at home quickly with shared knowledge, social connections, and guidance through local systems. In the Dominican Republic, retirement isn't just a chapter, it's a lifestyle. It's about slowing down, enjoying every day, and finding a community ready to welcome you into the rhythm of coastal life. Brazil doesn't just invite retirees, it welcomes them with rhythm, flavor, and opportunity. Across sprawling cities, sun-soaked beaches, and vibrant towns, Brazil offers a retirement visa designed to make long-term stays achievable. The process is straightforward for those who meet income requirements, opening the door to life in a country known for its energy, culture, and diversity. Healthcare is a major reassurance. Brazil boasts a huge healthcare system, combining public hospitals with private options that are modern, widely available, and affordable. Retirees can access quality care without the stress or prohibitive costs found in many other countries. For Asian retirees, Brazil holds even more appeal. The country is home to well-established Japanese and Chinese communities, particularly in Sao Paulo, offering familiar cultural touchstones, food, and social networks. Housing is often surprisingly affordable outside major tourist hubs, allowing retirees to find comfortable homes without overspending. And then there's the food. Brazil's diversity mirrors its population. Markets overflow with fresh produce. Street vendors serve regional specialties, and international cuisines, including Asian favorites, are increasingly available in major cities. In Brazil, retirement isn't about slowing down. It's about immersing yourself in life, a blend of culture, community, and comfort. For those willing to embrace color, flavor, and rhythm, Brazil isn't just a place to retire, it's a place to truly live. What we reveal as the most highly underrated country of them all might just surprise you. Uruguay doesn't shout its charms, it quietly earns your trust. Tucked between Brazil and Argentina, this small South American country has long flown under the radar. But for retirees, that's part of the appeal. Its residency process is straightforward, making it easy for foreigners to put down roots without endless bureaucracy. Beyond convenience, Uruguay offers something priceless: stability. It's a thriving democracy with predictable governance, strong legal protections, and low corruption, a stark contrast to many neighbors. Healthcare is another major draw. The system is modern, well-funded, and accessible, providing retirees with peace of mind that medical needs will be met efficiently and affordably. Hospitals are clean, doctors are skilled, and care is consistently reliable. For Asian retirees, Uruguay hits every safety and lifestyle note. Streets are safe, cities are clean, and the pace of life is calm yet sophisticated. Legal rights are respected, and social systems are designed to protect residents, making daily life predictable and worry-free. Combine these factors, and Uruguay becomes more than a retirement option. It's a sanctuary. Here, life moves at a gentle rhythm. Governance is steady, and security isn't a luxury. It's standard. For those seeking peace of mind, Uruguay quietly stands out as South America's hidden gem. Choosing the right country to retire isn't about following trends. It's about asking the right questions. Before packing your bags, try the 3-question retirement test. First, can you afford it long term, not just the first year? A low cost of living today won't matter if taxes, healthcare, or inflation catch up in 5 years. Second, does healthcare scale with age? Access to quality care should grow with your needs, not disappear as you get older. Third, is residency stable, or is it constantly changing? A country that shifts rules, taxes, or visa requirements every few years can turn your dream into a nightmare. Answering these questions honestly separates a short-lived adventure from a lifelong haven. Retirement isn't about hype or Instagram-worthy sunsets. It's about security, comfort, and peace of mind. Look beyond headlines, follow your personal priorities, and weigh incentives against lifestyle. The right country is not necessarily the flashiest. It's the place where your savings, health, and happiness are supported for decades, not just months. For those willing to be thoughtful, the perfect retirement destination is out there, quietly waiting. Remember this: the best country to retire isn't the flashiest or most popular. It's the one that genuinely wants you. Check out the links in the description to explore your options and find the perfect place to start your retirement adventure.